Hummus is one of those things that's well worth making yourself. It only takes a few ingredients and a few minutes to whip up the creamiest hummus that tastes so much better than store-bought. Welcome to Recipes by Karina, where I share with you how to make classic and simply delicious recipes. Make sure to follow my page or subscribe for a new recipe each week. To start, you're going to need a food processor or a pretty good blender to make this recipe. Drain 1 can of chickpeas. Make sure to keep a small amount of the liquid the chickpeas came in, as we will be using this later on in the hummus. The remaining, actually called Aquafaba, can be used for so many different recipes in place of egg whites, so make sure not to just tip it down the drain. Add your chickpeas to the food processor, place on the lid and turn it on. The chickpeas will probably turn a little chalky at this point, not really smooth in consistency, but let it run for about 30 seconds to a minute before we add some of the remaining ingredients. If you'd like the full recipe for this hummus, it will be on my website, as well as the full measurements listed in the description box below. I also have variations to the recipe if you'd like to turn this into beetroot and feta hummus, sweet potato hummus, or roasted carrot. The next ingredient we need is tahini. If you haven't used tahini before, it's basically just ground up sesame seeds. It kind of has the consistency of most other seed butters. You can find this in most grocery stores and supermarkets, or if you would like, you can easily make it yourself with a food processor. Turn the machine off and remove the lid. Measure out 1/4 cup of the tahini and pour it in. You really do need tahini for hummus. It's a pretty essential ingredient, so make sure you don't skip it. To the chickpeas and tahini, we're also going to add in the juice of 1 large lemon. You need about 2 to 3 tablespoons of juice, so if your lemon is a little smaller, just use 2 instead. The lemon juice really helps to brighten up the hummus and give it a slight tangy flavour, which is pretty perfect. Lastly, at this point, we'll need 1/2 teaspoon of cumin to give the hummus that deep kind of earthy flavour, and a clove of garlic. You can crush or chop the garlic up before, but I just place it in whole and let the food processor do its job. As I said before, this recipe can have variations. The flavour combos of hummus is pretty much endless, whether it's different toppings or ingredients added to the actual hummus itself. This is kind of like a base recipe, which is completely delicious and perfect as is, but you can also add so many different ingredients and flavours too. A few of my favourites are beetroot and feta, avocado, roasted red pepper and sweet potato. I'll have the recipe for all of these on my website. Place the lid on the food processor and turn it on. You'll notice now the mixture is a lot looser and is coming together a lot better. Let the machine run for about 30 seconds to a minute until it looks pretty well incorporated. Take your extra virgin olive oil and, with the machine still running, pour in 2 tablespoons. Next is the secret to getting the hummus super smooth and creamy, the aquafaba, or the liquid the chickpeas came in. Again, with the machine running, pour in about 3 tablespoons. You may want more than this, depending if you like your hummus thicker or thinner. You can see here the texture starts to change almost instantly. Lastly, of course, you'll need a few big pinches of salt. Turn the machine off and take off the lid. Using a rubber spatula, scrape down the edges. You can do this throughout making the hummus, but I usually leave this until the end, as most of the stuff stuck to the sides will get incorporated when you add the oil and liquid. Place the lid back on and turn the processor on for about 2 minutes. After the 2 minutes, remove the lid and take a spoon and give the hummus a taste test. Add more lemon, salt or chickpea liquid until you think it's perfect. To serve the hummus, I like to pour it out into a bowl. Smooth it around and top with extra virgin olive oil, a sprinkle of paprika or cayenne pepper if you would prefer a little heat, and some chopped parsley. Serve with veggies, pita bread, or keep it in the fridge for about a week to snack on or add to meals. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's so simple and easy to make yourself, so much better than the stuff you buy, and so many different flavour combos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.